Welcome to the Today in History channel. In today's video we will talk about the day, February 23, 1981, attempted fascist coup in Spain. On February 23, 1981, a frustrated coup d'état took place in Spain, led by some military commands that sought to prevent the country's changing political course towards redemocratization. Its critical moment was the assault on the Congress of Deputies, during the voting session for the investiture of the candidate for the head of government. During the Spanish transition to democracy, the governing party Union of the Democratic Center, UCD, failed to solve the problems caused by the economic crisis and pressured by the Basque terrorist organization ETA, which promoted continuous attacks and assassinations, and by certain sectors of the army that they resisted submitting to the democratic system. The complex task of articulating a new territorial organization of the state was made difficult. The army suffered a profound ideological divide between opponents of Francoist continuity and its supporters. The changes developed in the early years of democracy produced great unease among the continuist sector. For them, the military reform carried out by the government of Adolfo Suárez since 1976, with the support of General Gutiérrez Mellado, who initiated the changes aiming at the democratization of the army, was particularly inadmissible. This reform was brought together in the Spanish Constitution of 1978 and established for the armed forces a role as simple guarantors of the sovereignty and independence of the country, reason why they lost the great political and civil influence that they had exercised during the Francoism. In 1977, Adolfo Suárez decided to legalize the Communist Party, to complete democratic development in the first general elections. This led to the dismissal of some senior army commanders, who did not accept such a controversial measure. The king, in turn, began to be criticized for having allowed it. To this was added the growing malaise caused by terrorism, as the military was one of the main targets of members of ETA and the anti-fascist resistance groups Primero de Outubro, Grapo. Moreover, the creation of a single Ministry of Defense caused the army to lose its presence in the executive. In 1980, there were three conspiracies underway against the political situation and that of the military themselves. The so-called lieutenant generals was led by Alfonso Armada and Jaime Milans del Bosch, and had civil guard Lieutenant Colonel Antonio Teguero, who would be the visible face of the coup. Teguero and other civil guards assaulted the Congress of Deputies in the middle of an investiture session, and the headquarters of Radio Televisión Española was taken over by scammers, who thus controlled the main means of communication of the time, while the city of Valencia saw its streets invaded by tanks commanded by Milans del Bosch. The attempted coup d'état failed because of the division of the coup leaders themselves with regard to the unfolding of the action, and also the fortunate intervention of King Juan Carlos in favor of the constitution and against military action. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.